Hey, what's going on folks? Sean Arnold here and you're watching Double Freedom, the quick tip show for Helldivers. Recently I asked myself the question, which is the best assault rifle in the game? Now before I do say anything or before I go through my list, I just want to say that Arrowhead did a fantastic job of balancing the weapons in this game, and there's really nothing wrong with any of the weapons in the game. It's just I find that there are some which can do some things better than the others. So without further ado, here is my list on the best assault rifle in Helldivers. At number 4, I'm going to rank the AR-19 Liberator, the standard issued weapon for all Helldivers when they start the game. This assault rifle is actually really good. It has a great magazine size, it's really easy to use, it's very reliable, and there really is no faults to using a gun like this. I just find that with this gun, when you get to the higher level missions and you're fighting enemies with more armor on them, it takes a little bit longer to kill them because the bullets or ammo in this gun don't really do a whole lot of damage. So but I don't want to put that against this gun. It's really useful, and it kind of fit in with any kind of build that you want to run with. However, there are just weapons which do the job it does a little bit better. At number 3, I'm actually going to vote for the AR-22C Patriot. My reasoning for this is that the guns in this game seem to flow in a natural line of progression, in that they kind of just do what the last gun does, but just a little bit better in a different way. For the AR-22C Patriot, it takes what's good about the Liberator, but improves it with a higher fire rate. So even though the ammo in the Liberator doesn't do enough damage or enough quick damage to kill tons of stronger enemies, the Patriot gives you a higher fire rate, which makes it easier to kill those enemies. Again, however, there is stuff which the other guns do that the Patriot doesn't really accomplish. However, the AR-22C Patriot is a really solid weapon overall in my personal experience.
Helldiver deploying to combat zone.
At number 2, I'm going to vote for the AR-20L Justice. Again, a gun which I feel is a natural progressive step onwards from the last one. Where the Patriot's advantage was its higher fire rate, the Justice actually slows down your fire rate and makes it lower than the Patriot and the Liberator. However, what you gain over that is armor piercing ammunition. What armor piercing ammunition does is that if a bullet hits an enemy and it isn't too heavily armored, it will pass right through the enemy and hit another one behind them if they're in a line, so to speak. This means it does a ton more damage and is really effective. So having a slower fire rate doesn't really matter as opposed to the Patriot, when you're just going to be able to kill enemies quicker with better ammunition. If you haven't invested in the DLC in this game, this is the best assault rifle you can get in my opinion. So feel very happy with a gun like this if this is your favorite gun. It's a fantastic rifle and really effective for fighting most enemies in my experience. And at number 1, we have the AR-14D Paragon. Now before I explain why this is my favourite assault rifle, I will just say that this is a DLC weapon, so not everyone will have access to a gun like this. However, if you do, I do think it is the best assault rifle in the game. The reason for that is, well, once again, I think it's a natural progressive step onwards from the last gun in the list. In that the AR-14D Paragon takes the best parts of the AR-20L Justice, but gives it a higher fire rate again, but also gives you burst fire and poisonous ammunition. What the poisonous ammunition does is it slows down your enemies, so even if your weapon doesn't kill the enemy you're shooting at, it will slow it down and make them a little bit easier to manage. Also, with the higher fire rate of this weapon, it's almost good to use as a sniper rifle. You can be across from one end of the screen and be shooting at enemies from another. Really great for picking off scouts and other weaker enemies and taking them out in a very quick moment. I think it's probably the best assault rifle in the game, and considering it's a paid weapon, it probably should be the best assault rifle in the game. So there you have it. There's my list of what I think are the best assault rifles in the game, listed from worst to the best. What I will say though is, if you have a bit of time on your hands, please go and check out the link in the description. That will take you to the post I made on the Helldivers subreddit. There are people there who are way better at this game than I have. Please take the time to go check it out. I guarantee you will learn something there and level up your game. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my list. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you will stick around for another video from the Double Freedom Show. Thank you as always. Much love, take care, and goodbye.